Feels like for you, everything happened so quick. And one thing I noticed about you real quick is how you play so confidently, even when you have LeBron and AD on the court. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like you have these two guys. So how much pressure is there on you, and how do you play like so comfortable when you have those two like legends?
Yeah, I remember, I think it was my first game. So my first game, my rookie year, the first game of the season, I got a DMP, and it was my first of my career. I never had one. So it was different for me. And then second game, we were getting beat by 30 by, I think, Phoenix. So Vogel was like, just go. Like, it was the start of the fourth. The game was basically over. And I went and played good minutes. And someone sent me a picture afterwards, and it was me, Brian, Russ, AD, and Melo, I think. And then you got me out there. I mean,
That's crazy.
it was a picture, and everybody was having fun with, how social media is. But at the end of the day, it's really just basketball for me. I've put a lot of work into what I do. So regardless of who I'm playing with, and playing with those guys makes it easier for me because they're so good. So that's really the main thing, just taking care of what I really need to do.
Mhm. And do you feel like, I know you've only played with the Lakers, so you pretty much have only played with LeBron, but when you're playing with him, is there like a different type of pressure because you don't want to upset him too, and you know what he's trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, with all the success that he's had, you don't want to be, obviously our first year sucked. We were, bad, missed the playoffs. So I think that was the first time he missed the playoffs, maybe second. So to be on that sucked, but at the same time, like, I want it for myself, mostly. Obviously, I care about, I've been with him and AD for 2 years now, and we've built a really good relationship. So I want to win a championship with him. But at the end of the day, I really want to win it for myself.
Mm-hmm. What's like the best advice he's ever given you?
Just to be myself. I think he's seen from day one, like the IQ that I had, the way I played the game, and how it kind of meshed with his game. So it was really just be me. There was no reason to defer to him. He's going to obviously get his own because he's LeBron, but that was really it. It was just be me.
Well, going back to last year, you guys had a good season. Congrats on a good season.
Appreciate it.
But you did get swept by the Nuggets.
Yeah.
What were the expectations going into that series? Because like you didn't win. Like I'm from Denver.
Okay.
And I know that they're a good team, but I did not think that you guys were gonna get swept.
You're a Nuggets fan,
dude. It depends who asks.
Okay.
Like, right now,
makes sense.
Right now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As you should be. No, the expectation was to win. If you go back and look, obviously we got swept, and it sounds bad, but if you go back and look, every game, honestly, maybe game one, they were beating us by 20 most of the game, and we made a run late, and actually had an opportunity to win that game. And then 2, 3, and 4 were toss-ups. If one thing goes your way, we might be sitting in the NBA Finals playing against Miami, but it's basketball, and they got two guys over there that are really good, and then their core around that played really good against us. They didn't miss shots.
What do you think? Like, were there any adjustments you guys could have made? Like, is there anything you could have done to beat them?
I think we tried everything. I think Jokic is just honestly was on a different level. I think they made probably 6 or 7 just ridiculous. Like, he made like 2 or 3 ridiculous, like 1 foot step backs at the end of the shot clock that was kind of just like daggers. No, he made one in game 4, probably with like a minute 45 left. That put him up like 6, just a little bit out of reach. But I think we basically threw the whole kitchen sink at them. They just, played really well.
Yeah.
What's like the locker room after like a loss like that? Like what gets said
after the series?
Yeah.
There really wasn't much talking. Obviously you're pissed off about, losing. Everybody's competitors and wants to win. But, I think from where we were early in the season to where we were late, I think, you don't want to, take failure and getting beaten in the Western Conference Finals. But if you would have told me we were going to the Western Conference Finals in like January, I probably would have looked at you like you had 3 heads. So
why though? You guys are the Lakers are stacked up.
I mean, we just wasn't playing good basketball at the time. Obviously you never want to, not think you're capable of, doing some things and going far. But, after the trade deadline, we really started playing good basketball and everything was clicking. People were, relationships were really building, and it felt like, we were really going somewhere.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about you signed your contract with free agency. What is it like watching what happens with other teams? So like we'll just go with the Suns, how they pick up Brad Beal. Like do you look at that like fuck, like it's gonna be tough to match up with them or whatever? Or?
Yeah, I mean you pay attention to, everything that's going on, or I would say everybody does. But with I think the core that we brought back and then the guys that we added, we have a chance to beat anybody. But, anytime like you see, like you said, Brad going to, Phoenix, they already got 2 or 3 guys that, really can score the ball, and it's gonna be a long night defensively when you go play them. But we're confident what we got.
Yeah. We were talking to Golden State picked up CP3.
Yeah, that was random.
Yeah, how random is that?
That's crazy.
It was. I was actually doing. Me and my brother had kid camp back home, basketball camp, and one of the coaches that was there, he like ran across the gym and told me, and I was like, "You're probably looking at the wrong." Like, I think there's like Butt Crack Sports or something that always puts out false stuff. But he was like, "No," so I don't know. That was strange.
Do you think that those two, like Chris Paul and Steph, like play well together?
I think they can figure it out because I think they're both 2 very unselfish guys that really just want to win.
Yeah. What about if you had to predict like Damian Lillard?
Oh, I have no idea. I think I seen something today or yesterday that the Portland's GM was like, "We'll wait as long as we need to wait until I guess they get the deal that they want." So I have no idea.
Yeah. Just seeing all that shit like unhatch. That's why I think that what makes the NBA so special is like the free agency is so crazy that even in the off season that there's so
always
much
something going on. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then these guys on social media too, like the NBA is so different in that way.